Back our Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist, Dann.
Hey there, Aaron. Looking out there tonight, temperatures pretty mild. We have a blanket of clouds sitting over us, preventing our temperatures from dropping all that much, which is some good news if you don't like cold evenings. Bad news if you're trying to see the stars tonight. It's probably just not going to happen with the clouds across the region. And with those clouds will come some rain. The radar picture is pretty quiet so far. We're seeing a few faint echoes moving through the Bay Area. No major reports of any rain just yet. It's going to be probably after midnight before we see any of that precipitation reaching us here on the Central Coast. But here's what that looks like on Futurecast. We'll stop things at midnight for you. Notice some green beginning to move in. This is a future radar product, if you will. So it's showing the light green color, which if you look on the scale here is the lighter side of the rain. And this would most likely, I should say, be a few sprinkles, maybe a little bit of drizzle rolling into the Monterey Bay area to start things off by midnight. Then the actual cold front will take a few more hours to roll through. This is 3 a.m. I still think it may be a little bit after that before the front rolls through. So we're talking 4, maybe 5 a.m. around the Monterey Bay area. And this latest model run is showing a somewhat broken line of showers. I do think it will probably be a little bit more intact, and all areas should get some rain as this thing moves through. Again, expecting around 4 or 5 a.m. I think. Now, as it continues to press inland into the late morning hours, we'll probably still see a few sprinkles behind it around the Monterey Bay area. So even if you're heading out on a later morning commute, you certainly will have to deal with the potential for some wet roadways out there and maybe even have to use those windshield wipers. So just give yourself a little extra time, maybe a little slippery out there, maybe a little extra traffic than you're used to, given the state of the roads and the precip moving through the area. And if for whatever reason you're heading up to the Sierra tomorrow, you'll also be dealing with some snow there. But here locally into the late afternoon, or I should say late morning hours tomorrow, we'll start to see the clouds on the decrease, and then throughout the afternoon hours, we'll go through partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. So this is going to be a fast-moving system rolling through in the morning hours and wetting all our roadways down and then heading out of here. Enough to keep the moisture in the ground, which is good. That's going to keep our fire danger down. Can't believe we have to talk about that in the wintertime, but well, you know, here we are. It's been a fairly dry start to the year so far. Backside of that, it's going to be cool and breezy tomorrow. Total precip with this system, I still think we could see up to 1/4 inch for cities around the bay, maybe a little bit higher in a few select spots. Coastal mountains could, at the most, I think, pick up 1 inch. I think will be less than that. But again, all areas I do expect to get some rain tomorrow as we head through the overnight hours. Temperature-wise tomorrow, here's what I'm expecting. Going to be cooler out there, breezy, 50s for the Santa Cruz Mountains, and maybe up to around 60 at the most right down along the coast there, with northwest winds in Santa Cruz and Capitola tomorrow. We'll get into the low 60s in Watsonville to Salinas, San Juan to Hollister, but staying in the 50s in the Santa Clara Valley and on the southeast shore of the bay. The Monterey Peninsula also staying in the 50s tomorrow, with the cool spot being PG at only 55. Monterey, you'll hit 57, and then down south, most locations will be within a degree or two of 60 degrees tomorrow. And these highs generally at or slightly below normal for this time of year. So again, rain and breezy conditions tomorrow, then partly cloudy skies Friday, then mostly sunny skies this weekend. The lows will be a little chilly, but highs will be seasonable. We're watching for another weather system Tuesday of next week. At the moment, models are trending drier on it, but we'll keep an eye on it for you. There's some potential even after Christmas for another system to roll through, so we'll watch that for you. Inland areas, showers early, then breezy and cool tomorrow afternoon. Those breezy conditions may continue over the hills into Friday, but you'll see warmer high temperatures and colder low temperatures as we head into the weekend. We're watching early next week, and of course, winter, the solstice, early on Monday morning. We're back after.